Ah, it's a larvatar!
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, hoping you like me too, getting to know you.
Larvatar? 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 Larvatar!
Oh, that's right, I have to catch him. Alright, let's do this! Hey guys, it's Moose Punk. Thanks so much for watching my channel. Today's episode is going to be a little bit random. I've been dying to do an episode lately to show you guys that Larvatar intro, which I hope you really enjoyed. But it's been raining out, I've been busy with work, so I haven't had the chance to do one. So I thought, you know what, why not just do sort of a random episode, take you guys through on what I typically do in a day of playing Pokemon Go. So I'll have several tasks that I'll set up for myself to accomplish every single day if possible. My number one task is keeping my bag full of items at all times. My bag can hold 1,000 items. I try and keep about 400 to 500 of those as pure Pokeballs. That way, when I get home and I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I try and log in about every half an hour, and I typically see about 6 to 10 spawns. So that's where I'll just go capture a lot of stuff to get that XP and to collect Pokemon for my mass evolution session. Now my secondary task is always to do at least one raid in a day, because I don't want my free pass to go to waste. Now if it so happens where not a lot of people are raiding that day, I'll either double up for the next day or do like a 1, 2, or 3 level gym myself just to not lose my pass. Now obviously when I'm driving around in the meantime, I also try and throw my Pokemon inside gyms because I get really upset if I don't get my 50 coins a day. So I try and make sure to get that in a day to, you know, collect my Pokecoins. And finally, if there's any local nests that are really good, I try and hit those up to get a lot more Pokemon candy. So now currently, Friendship Park in Des Plaines is a Charmander nest. I've been there, it's a really good nest. I typically see about 6 to 10 every single time I go. So I'm going to actually go to Prairie Lakes now to go fill up my bag. Afterwards, I'll head over to Friendship Park, which is really close to there, collect some Charmanders. All along the way, I'll be checking Discord to see if there's any raids going on. And I'll also be looking for gyms to either defeat or just to throw my Pokemon into to get more Pokecoins. So let's go head out and I'll show you guys what I typically do in a day of playing Pokemon Go. I'm here at Apache Park. I was actually on my way to Prairie Lakes, but I saw that people on Discord were meeting here at 4:15. It's now 4:05, so in about 10 minutes people will be showing up for this Entei raid. I think I see a couple people pulling up right now. Since it's raining and I'm trying to record, I'll just be recording it from my car this time around. So we're gonna hop in and do this Entei raid first. Then afterwards I'll go to Prairie Lakes to fill up my bag, and then I'll head over to that Charmander nest. So first and foremost, we're gonna do this Entei raid. Alrighty, so currently we have 8 people here, which should be way more than enough to beat him. So let's hop in, get this guy destroyed, and hopefully capture him. Let's do this. Yeah, there he goes. All right, so we did it. This is a very heart-wrenching one. Actually, it aired out the first time I was in here for everybody, so everybody had to hop out, hop back in. But with this time, we did manage to defeat him. A little slight network error popped up, but it still allowed me to go in there and battle him. So only 10 balls, that's not very many, but like I said, I'm gonna try really hard and see what I can do. So let's go this, wish me luck guys. It's an 1891, so sort of medium. I think probably high 70s, low 80s as far as an IV. So I'll do the trick that I usually do, where I hold the ball down until that circle gets a lot smaller, wait for the attack, and then I'll go ahead and throw it right as he's attacking. So a great throw. Typically, I don't go for excellence, I go for greats because I can just throw that more consistently. So, wish me luck guys, let's see if I can actually capture him. Another great throw, let's see. Nope. Haven't had great luck with these. Oh, just threw that away. All right, another great one. So I did 3 greats and threw 1 ball away, broke free. I don't know if you guys are having the same experience. For me, these seem really difficult to catch. Oh, what was that? That was a really good throw, and it just didn't like it, so. All right, an excellent. It wasn't taking my great, so I thought, let's go for an excellent, see if that helps my chances, and oh, there we go. So I guess it really likes excellent throws. You know, kind of from what I've seen, that seems to be typical, that Entei, if you throw an excellent, you have a much better chance of catching them. So 1891, not too bad. Hey, at least we caught him. At least we didn't go through all the golden raspberries. So 1 mission accomplished for today. I did a raid. Fortunate enough that I actually defeated him and captured him. So now what I'm gonna do is head out, go to Prairie Lakes, fill up my bag. I have about 800 out of 1,000 items, so I'll see how long it takes me to fill up on those extra 200. And then lastly, we'll finish off in the Charmander nest over there in Friendship Park. So right now, I'm gonna head out to Prairie Lakes. See you there. So now we've made it to Prairie Lakes. You guys should know this place in and out. If not, watch my skating video. This will give you an awesome overview of this place. So I'm here because there's so many Pokestops that this is where I always fill up my bag. As I mentioned, I have about 1,000 items that I can fill up on. So I just kind of want to take you guys through what I actually keep, what I get rid of. So max potions, I try and have about 200 of those. If it gets under 200, that's when I start filling up again. But until that point, I'll usually just toss all the rest of the potions until I get to 200. Now as far as revives, I keep about 100 max revives. So again, anything over that, I just simply toss. And if I get too low, I'll start filling up again on regular revives and max revives, but typically max revives over 100. And then lastly, I try and keep about 50 of all the different berries other than the Nana berries. I don't use those as much because I'm good at throwing. I don't need them to become less erratic unless it's a really specific type of Pokemon, like maybe a Tyranitar I do that on. Or something like that. But otherwise, I don't really need the Nana berries. But my berries, what I try and do is instead of just tossing them, go inside the gyms that I have and feed them to all the Pokemon. That way I'm at least getting some Stardust for them. So now I'm going to go through and kind of lean my bag out to all those things that I've mentioned, so I have enough room just for a lot more balls, fill my bag up, and then we'll finish off the episode collecting Charmander candies. So I'm about to do that and then head out. Hey guys, so I'm finishing off the episode here at Friendship Park Conservatory in Des Plaines. I'm here collecting Charmanders, as it's a Charmander nest. Like I mentioned, it's a really good one. Typically I see between 6 to 10 pop up. every visit, and I've been here about 4 times so far, and I have enough candies now to almost evolve 2 Charizards for my next massive evolution session, so we'll do that. I also wanted to sort of end the episode on just a quick side note. This episode was random, and to sort of follow the randomness of Niantic and how they release information and Pokemon and other things in the game. So in general, I think a lot of people are sort of upset about this, how Niantic's completely random. And I sort of get it. I know that their data gets mined. People already know ahead of time what's coming, even before it's announced. They just don't know exactly when. But at the same time, I feel like Niantic should be a little bit more organized about how they're releasing information. It'd be nice if they stayed closer to some kind of schedule. And sort of answered questions, because for example, after the first 2 weeks, the EX raids seem to have just completely disappeared. I haven't heard of anyone getting an EX raid pass within the last 2-3 weeks now or so, maybe longer than that. I haven't really been paying attention, but it just seems like after the first 2 weeks of the EX passes being passed out, they sort of stopped that, and a lot of people are angry. So I feel like things like that, Niantic could be a little bit more explanatory and, you know, keep people better informed. Gen 3 has supposedly been dropping now for the longest time. Who knows when that's coming out. Supposedly there's some Halloween event now with new Pokemon to register to the Pokedex, but again, very unclear of what they're gonna do. Some people think they're gonna release just the ghost type Pokemon from Gen 3 during that time ahead of all the rest, but again, who knows? So I wish that Niantic was just more explanatory about these sort of things and not so random. So here we go, guys. We're gonna finish off the episode here at Friendship Park, catch a bunch of more Charmanders, and head on home. So we've now made it back home after today's adventure. That is typically what I do on an average day of playing Pokemon Go. I'll go out, I'll fill my bag up to be full. 400 to 500 of my 1,000 items are gonna be pure balls just for catching Pokemon. And then I also try and find at least one raid to do. And if there's any local nests, like you saw today, the Charmander nest, then I'll go hit those up to get a bunch of candies. Before today, I only had 1 Charizard. I've collected enough candies to evolve 2 Charizards now. So that's very exciting. I went from 1 to 3 just by visiting that local nest. I've been there, I think, 4 times so far. So in 4 times, I got enough candies to evolve 2 Charizards. Pretty exciting. You know, also I'm very close to reaching level 34, so I'll go ahead and try to do that now. If I don't reach it through just catching stuff, I'll go ahead and evolve a couple of things because I'm just so close now to it. So basically, I also wanted to talk a little bit about leveling up. Before, the way I used to play Pokemon Go was a little wrong. Or I should say that now over time, over playing it so often, over watching so many videos, I figured out sort of a better way to play to level up faster. So previously, I would go out and play Pokemon for maybe an hour or 2 a day, just sort of after work or during lunch, things of that nature. So I was sort of doing everything at once, where I was collecting spinning stops, battling gyms, catching Pokemon, and things like that. I've sort of modified that to, instead of going out and doing everything, nowadays I'll do what I did today. I'll go out and actually fill my bag up to be full. Then when I come home, as you're seeing right now, this is what I'll do. So typically I'll try to log in about every half an hour and just catch every single thing around me. And I'll be collecting, until the point that I have enough to do like a mass evolution session. You can typically evolve anywhere from 60 to 90 Pokemon within that half an hour of having a lucky egg on, and that is hands down what's gonna get you the quickest XP and level you up the quickest. So anytime like you see this Hoot, I have 51 candies, so that's enough to evolve it. I'll just rename him as number 1. So that way, when I sort my Pokemon by name, all the ones that I need to evolve will pop right up. So that'll be the quickest way for me to just get to everything that I want to evolve in my mass evolution session. So basically, I realized that's the quickest way to leveling up. And also another interesting way that I realized this is that when you're in a gym, you can see the other players. If it's not glitching out, you can see all the other players around you. And now you can actually click on all those other players and see some of their badge info. Like you can see, I believe, how many miles they walked, how many battles they won, and how many Pokemon they caught. I believe that those are the 3 stats that you can see. Now, I've been noticing with some of the higher level players that even though I've walked so many more miles, that I am just, you know, nowhere near their level currently. And so the reason for that is because, like I mentioned, the best way to leveling up is actually going to be catching Pokemon and doing those mass evolution sessions. So unfortunately, before, I used to spend a lot of my Pokecoins on the egg incubators, walk a lot, hatch a lot of Pokemon, but as far as gaining XP, that's not really the best method to use. So now I've sort of switched my strategy and I do exactly what you saw me do today. So right now I'm actually just evolving a few of those Charmanders that I caught today into Charizards. That way I can get enough XP to level up to 34. So hopefully I'll be able to reach it. I don't think it's a problem. I have a few other things I want to sort of evolve along the way too. So it's no big deal. I'll sit here, see how close I am. And currently we got about 3,000 XP to go. So that's going to be, I believe, 4 evolutions. So I've evolved my first one, and what the heck, just because this one has a really high CP, I'll go ahead and evolve him. I'm not so crazy particular about the IVs. As I mentioned in previous episode, it's about a 10% attack difference from 0 to 100 IV. So, you know, 10%, it doesn't mean that much, especially when you're comparing, you know, like a level, whatever. So I'm just not so crazy about the IVs where I need to have everything over a certain amount like some people do. You know, I'll just play by ear. If it's like 70 or above, that's good enough for me. Or if I just know, like for example with these Charizards, I know that Ness is going to be there for a while still. I'll be able to go there and at least get enough for 1 more evolution, and then I'll probably save that one for like a really good one since I already have 3. And since there's already, you know, a lot of other better or just as good fire type Pokemon. Alright, so we're almost there. It should be 2 more evolutions, so let's see what else we have to evolve. I do believe I have a Rhydon, and I didn't really want to evolve these things either. It just so kind of happened, you know, that they're ready for me to go, so I'll go ahead and do it. So I'll go ahead and do this 86 IV Rhydon into a Rhyhorn, so let's see that one. Yeah, what a fatty. In general, I don't really have that many rock type Pokemon, or I didn't in the past, so now I'm sort of filling up on those Pokemon to do that. So let's keep checking, and we are, I believe, 1 or 2 evolutions away. So what I'll go ahead and do now is evolve some of my Eevees, because those are always sort of exciting that you don't know what they're going to become unless you do like the buddy trick and all that, but I didn't do that for these guys. I'm still trying to get enough candy to fill up my Pokedex. I believe I have about 11 Pokemon to fill up my Pokedex, if I'm not wrong. So now my current buddy is Mareep, because I need his final evolution, so that's the reason why that's my buddy. In case you've been wondering, in case you saw that, oh, why is Mareep your buddy? I'm just trying to get the 3rd evolution for my Pokedex. That's all, that's the reason. So we're almost there, guys. Bear with me. I know you can make it to the end of this episode. There might be a little bonus treat for you reaching all the way at the end. So make sure to watch the video all the way to the very end. Ooh, yes, nice. Love them Vaporeons. All right, yeah, there we go. Level 34. Oh, and those were some really horrible benefits of leveling up. Oof. Really, really bad. So, but hey guys, I did it. I'm level 34 now. So as you've been watching, when I first started making videos here, which was only a few months ago, I was level 30. Right now I'm level 34. And so I'm gonna keep staying active, keep trying to make videos as often as I can, and evolve with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, guys. Take care. $9,998, $9,999, $10,000.